So, first things off, let's talk about this shield. Yeah, so he's got a weapon in the shield, and how you access that is, see this clip right here, you want to pop it out, and then you can easily tell where the weapon is. So, and you have to kind of wiggle it out somehow. I figured it out. You don't want to put these gray pieces in too deep in the white indentation part. Just leave them near the surface, and then you can just kind of wiggle it out. So, yeah. There's this claw, which honestly, I don't think he ever used. I think it was part of the shield, but he never used it in the anime. I could be wrong on that. So he's got this attachment, which just kind of sits right in the shield. And like I said, when you put this in, make sure these gray clips don't sink too far in, or else you can't get it out. See, like that? You can tell one side's too far in, so I'm gonna have to go readjust that later on. But for now, it doesn't matter, because I'm not gonna display it with that on. But it is fitted. So when you do it, just kind of touch everything up. Nice and easy. Pop it in. And then if you do it right, it just looks like a normal shield. And then close it back up. This piece just goes and plugs in like so. Now, there's another part to this shield. Actually, there's several parts to this shield. So we'll go part by part. So second part of this shield is the beam attachment. And to display that, what you do, you line it up, and then take this piece right here, and you just kind of want to pop it in. And it kind of holds the shield, kind of, not really. So yeah, that's kind of my little dissatisfaction with this kit, is that some of these pieces just don't want to stay. And you can tack the shield on, or the beam part onto the shield. So you don't have to worry about that. But it does come across quite nicely in my opinion. Especially when you have it up close. You can actually see all the coloration and stuff in the shield. But for now, to take it off, this little red piece, just pop it right off. And then the shield comes off quite nicely. And then it just pops on. So, yeah, that's it with the actual shield. There is another weapon that goes with this shield that I will cover on its own. Alright, so, on to the beam rifle. Yeah, the beam rifle has a movable scope so that you can mount it on either hand. Has a ridge right here on both sides where you can mount the hands can hold it. And then, around here, this white piece, you guys can see that right there. This white piece goes into the back skirt of the Justice, and it mounts on, so you don't have to worry about it being in the way if you want to display him with his beam sabers on. And then this piece, I don't know what it's called. I think it's the grip, but it slides back and forth. So that's pretty cool. Onto the beam sabers, and then we'll talk about the beamerang in a second. So these are the two beam sabers. Not much to say about them. They are nice. It's a nice design. You got the white and the maroon? Not magenta. I think that's maroon. Darker red, so yeah. To convert these guys to dual beam saber mode, just pop this bottom piece off of the beam saber. And if you have it on both, pop both off and then plug this piece in. And then all you do is plug it together, and there you go. Dual beam saber. Yeah, when you actually mount the beams onto this thing, it becomes ridiculously big. So you do want space for this guy, because he's a big kit with some big weapons. I'll show you how to mount these into his hand and onto his armor in a little bit. Same with the rifle and the beam shield. So, hold on. Now, for the beamerang, I display it with its beam already in, because there's a cool little trick I'll show you. But the beam ring itself can fold, pop out its handle so that I can hold it, pops in, and then this mounts into this crevice. So just kind of lock it in like so. And this is what I'm talking about. Now it looks like the shield has some kind of beam gun in it. I like that kind of look. I don't know if that was on purpose or accidental or what. So yeah, that's the beam shield. So anyways, let's go and show you how to mount some of this stuff, and then that'll be it for this review. Then on to part 3, and you will hear my opinion. So alright, I'm gonna take off his ridiculous backpack here, and it's kind of a snug fit like I said, so it will take a little bit of wiggling it out. Then you want to pop these two pieces in, just keep them in. Shield, this mount goes into this hole, just like so. Yeah, I'll state my opinion about this in part 3. There is a little bit of flaw with it, but it's a minor issue for this kit, in my opinion. If you guys say otherwise, then hey, we're all welcome to our opinions, right? So anyways, Beam Saber, I reverted it back to its normal form, and then these side skirts just kind of latch it in place. You kind of have to wiggle it in, but they fit in there. You just kind of have to remember how they go, and that's on both. So yeah, that's those two. And then for the beam rifle, how I've always mounted it is I like to turn the thumb out of the way, so that's one less problem. Try and align all the fingers in the rifle first, because it does make your job easier. How do I do this? Alright. Tuck the thumb out of the way, line all the fingers, and then see that little gray ridge? You kind of just want to wiggle it in there. Once it's in, it's in. And then the thumb piece, you just kind of have to maneuver it. But once you get it in, it holds it quite nicely. Trick is getting it in, and I don't do this very often. Okay, so come on. I got it once, and now it doesn't want to do it. Oh, there we go. No? Ah, it's too far down. Okay. There? Ah, there. Well, anyways, if you have a problem with it, you can use some kind of little tack glue or something and mount it in. I didn't get it perfect, but you know what? Whatever. Yeah. But anyways, moving on to displaying this with the gun mounted in the back. Just fold up the fist for now. Doesn't matter. That piece that I was showing you earlier, where my thumb is, that hole, that piece, right there. Just line up and clip together. Now you can understand why this back skirt, 1 is so big, and 2 is only one piece, instead of being 2 separate pieces like most back skirts would be. So, yeah, I like to display my Justice like this, where he's got his gear, but it's all out of the way, and he looks cool. You know, that's my opinion. So that's it for now. Signing off.